Welcome to Impact 100 Metro Detroit. We are so excited to have you. Today, we're going to learn what is Impact 100 Metro Detroit? What are the grant eligibility requirements? What is the Impact 100 Metro Detroit grant timeline? And how can local nonprofits become a grant finalist? Let's get started. The Impact 100 Metro Detroit mission statement is to fuel transformation in Metro Detroit by uniting women through collective giving to support local nonprofit heroes and award high-impact grants. Let's take a moment to talk about our grants. Our goal is to fund projects that reach underserved populations, unmet needs, and have a measurable and sustainable impact on its beneficiaries. Our grant pool is funded solely through our annual membership fee. Impact 100 Metro Detroit serves residents of and expend funds primarily in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties. Impact 100 Metro Detroit is looking to fund program-based grants. Programs can be new, the expansion of an existing program, or a new or expanded collaboration. Impact 100 Metro Detroit consists of 5 focus areas: arts and culture, education, family and individual support, health and wellness, revitalization, recreation, and environment. Let's take a deep dive into the Impact 100 Metro Detroit focus areas. We provide nonprofit organizations with grants in increments of at least $100,000 across 5 broad focus areas. Let's take a look at each individual one. The Arts and Culture focus area is for projects that foster greater exposure to or participation in the arts and culture, expand arts education, or uses art as a medium for creative expression. The Education focus area is for projects that expand or improve learning opportunities, primarily for children, focused on literacy, tutoring, mentoring, GED, or college preparation. The Family and Individual Support focus area is for projects that support the lives of individuals and families, focusing on housing, transportation, living wage, food insecurity, job skills training, or other basic needs. The Health and Wellness focus area is for projects that improve physical and/or mental health, foster healthy living habits, or life skills programs that promote independent living. The Revitalization, Recreation, and Environment focus area is for projects that revitalize or create public spaces for the community, supports environmental awareness, and/or promotes a positive and sustainable relationship between people and their environment, or the promotion of welfare of animals in our communities. Impact 100 has 4 areas for organization eligibility requirements. The first is tax-exempt status. Public charities with tax-exempt status under the Section 501c3 of the IRS Code. The second is location requirements. You must be located in the counties of Wayne, Oakland, or Macomb. The third is fiscal operations. Operations in the 3rd full fiscal year or at least 2 years of completed tax filings at application are required. The fourth are program exclusions. You cannot be a recipient of an Impact 100 Metro Detroit grant within the past 3 grant cycles. Impact 100 Metro Detroit has 5 project eligibility requirements. First, your project must fit within one of the Impact 100 Metro Detroit 5 focus areas. Second, your project must serve residents of and expend funds primarily within Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties. Third, your project must be a new program, the expansion of an existing program, or a new or expanded collaboration. Fourth, your project should have a total project budget of at least $100,000. And finally, your project should expend the funds within 18 months of being awarded. Let's take a moment to review Impact 100 Metro Detroit's preferred grant projects. Your organization should target underserved populations within your community. Your organization should also focus on unmet needs within the community. Keep in mind, your organization should also have a measurable and sustainable high impact on beneficiaries. Impact 100 Metro Detroit also requires that your organization allocate 15% or less of total grant funds to overhead or salary expenses for the project. Let's take a moment to review the Impact 100 Metro Detroit grant process timeline. The Impact 100 Metro Detroit application portal opens for approximately 1 month. You will be provided a link to the slide room on Impact 100's Metro Detroit's website. Final grant amounts are also announced during this time. Grant applicants will be contacted throughout the process, and we will let you know if you do not move forward in the program. The Grant Committee subcommittees review all applications and conduct informative site visits for all grant finalists. Top applications are sent to the Financial Review Committee. The Financial Review Committee, your financial information is reviewed, additional information or clarification is requested, and the Financial Review Committee provides recommendations based on your application. Finalists are determined. This may include a secondary site visit. Finalists are then determined and notified. And of course, we have the Impact 100 Metro Detroit Annual Award event, which takes place in mid-May. Finalists are presented at the annual meeting. Let's take a moment to review tips and best practices to become an Impact 100 Metro Detroit grant finalist. Get ready to make an impact. Our first tip is to do your homework when it comes to Impact 100 Metro Detroit. You want to understand who we are, what's our mission, and what are our giving preferences. Our next tip is to get our attention. Innovation and new ideas require unique, community-specific solutions, and we understand that. Goal alignment means to make sure you've done your homework and that you're bridging mutual interests in your community. Our next tip, know your stuff. Clearly communicate program need. You definitely want to demonstrate expert-level understanding of unique issues within the community. Don't assume we understand the issue. Provide a detailed project description and budget, and offer supporting evidence that proves your plan is sustainable. Tip number 4 is to develop trust. Think about your network, reputation, and credibility. You will be asked to provide 2 to 3 references from within the nonprofit community, so think about who can vouch for you. Tip number 5 is to tell us about the strong building blocks of your program. What is your program experience? How long have you been doing this program? Has anyone researched or a third party evaluated your program? Are you able to demonstrate and show a plan for how the success of your program is monitored? We want you to be specific about what and how, as well as think about capacity. Do you have a sound structure in place? Or the right people to execute the plan? Our 6th tip is to keep it realistic. Make your plan feasible. Communicate how the proposed work plan, schedule, staffing, and budget are realistic to meet target goals for your program. The next tip is to provide financial information. We need transparency and access. Do you have your Form 990? Clear financial statements? Do you have 3 years of financial information available? Third-party financial audits are helpful in this regard. Tip number 8 wants you to understand how financial statements and 990s will be assessed. Most applicants meet expectations. We simply want to make sure we are investing in a program that has staying power. For our next tip, it is important you know your numbers. Work with the CPA to get a secure grasp on your financials. We are not looking for perfection, but you should be able to explain items that might stand out on your financial statements. Be prepared to explain your numbers. Tip number 10 is to follow directions. You want to make sure to answer every question. You know what you're doing. Be careful to pay attention to directions and thoroughly answer and ensure we understand what you're doing also. You also want to include requested forms or communicate why any particular information is missing. Tip number 11 covers common grant issues. First, your focus area should align to the project. Next, keep in mind that primary and secondary focus areas are different. Third and fourth, your purpose, desired outcomes, use of funds, and demonstration of an unmet need that is served by the project should all be clearly defined. Number 5, all the partners for the project should be clearly identified as well. And 6, financial data should be complete, as incomplete financial data can disqualify you. And with that, contact us. Visit our website at www.impact100metrodetroit.org to learn more about our organization and grant application process. You can also send an email to grants@impact100metrodetroit.org. Thank you.